What's up, guys? Heroes Haven here, and we're going to talk about Ant-Man since the movie just came out and our thoughts on it.
All right. D-
Do you want to start off on what you want to talk about?
I think first let's talk about. I don't want to rank it on the MCU scale, but what did you think of it?
What did I think? I thought it was, it really capitalized on its entertainment part. It was really humorous, and it kind of brought a different feel to the Marvel, even though it did feel like a Marvel movie. It's just that like with Paul Rudd, his character and the way he portrayed it, I felt like it was different from everyone else.
Yeah, well, I think the main difference is that it's kind of small in scope. Like it wasn't that huge of a movie, and I know it's Ant-Man, so it's like okay, typically
Mm-hmm.
you would think of that. But I
Mm-hmm.
mean, when you look at like Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, there's a lot of destruction and
Oh
a
yeah,
lot of
definitely.
like traveling around the world, and this one's
Hmm.
all in like San Francisco. And
Yeah, yeah, just that one little, the city and stuff,
yeah, and throughout the whole movie, we really have only like three settings, like Hank Pym's house,
and then the
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 daughter's
little,
house, Hank Pym
yeah,
Industries, whatever the
uh huh,
facility,
and then the his daughter's
and
house.
yeah, I
Oh
said
yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah. My bad, my bad.
Other than that, like,
That's pretty much
well,
it.
before we continue, let me just say the beginning of this video will be spoiler free, and then
Hmm.
when we start getting into the spoilers, I'll say, all right, now's the spoiler mark. If you don't want spoilers, leave the video now.
Yeah.
So right now let's be spoiler free. But yeah, it felt smaller in scope, and
Hmm.
I kind of appreciate it that way. There wasn't a
Yeah, I
lot
liked it
going
too.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was even one of Marvel's shorter films. It didn't even hit 2 hours.
Oh really? I didn't even notice.
Yeah, it kind of went by fast, but I mean,
Yeah.
I appreciate it that way.
Yeah.
And
It,
at
it,
first, my bad, one.
oh yeah, I was just gonna make a comment like how it's different how it's just taking place in that small San Francisco and like it was kind of cool that it did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you
Uh,
were saying?
at first, when I would like left the theater, because I was honestly, I've had a lot of different viewpoints about this movie. Like, at first, I was really excited when Edgar Wright was supposed to do it because I really like Edgar
Hmm.
Wright,
Hmm.
and and then he drops out and they hire Peyton Reed, who and I didn't have a lot of faith in him just because of the movies he's previously done.
Hmm.
But he did a good job. But like I was saying, before I went to go watch this movie on Twitter, there were a lot of like really positive things being said.
Hmm.
For example, James Gunn said this is his favorite Marvel film,
Oh right, right, right.
and
I remember seeing that.
he's my favorite director out of the Marvel slate. So I was
Hmm.
like, oh damn, this is gonna be sick then.
It's got to be big. Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of left. I guess Twitter overhyped it for me.
Yeah, definitely. That's exactly. I feel the same way.
But I do. I at the same time I do really like it.
Hmm.
It is in Marvel's better half of
Yeah.
their slates. Like I think it's better than all the Iron Mans except the first one. I think it's better than the Thor films.
True. True. Definitely.
I
Yeah.
still think the Winter Soldier's better. Guardians,
Yeah. Those ones are like on a different level. Yeah.
yeah. But I think it's near it. It's definitely like I would say in my top five, top five, six.
That's yeah. I would agree with that too.
Um, let's see.
But
What?
yeah, on your point that you said that like the media kind of overhyped it, I felt the same because when it ended, everyone clapped, and like my friends were like, "Oh my god, that was so good." And I kind of just sat there like, I mean, it was good, but I mean, I guess I expected more, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, let's talk about also other things we liked. Like, what you think of the actors?
the acting, like the the actors' choice. I mean, the choice of the actors.
No, the way they did in the movie, their
Oh, like the
performance.
performances. I
Yeah,
thought it was really good. It was pretty solid.
yeah.
Yeah,
Paul
I really
Rudd, I
like
think
Corey
is perfect.
Stoll as the villain, and oh yeah, Paul Rudd was great.
Yeah, I think Paul Rudd's perfect. I feel like Hank Pym, like he just kind of like they signed him on. They're like, hey, Hank Pym. I mean, Michael Douglas, we want you to be Hank Pym. He's like, all right, I'll come. I'll steal the show. Just give me money. Like he really did just bring in a performance. Just like a little extra
Yeah,
boost for them.
yeah, yeah.
Evangeline Lilly did great. I
Yeah,
think.
I love her definitely.
Um, what'd you think about the three friends?
The three. I mean, I know what like they were trying to do with those three. I mean, Ti and Michael Pena, and I can't remember the other guy's name. I mean, they were trying to like add to the comedy aspects, which they they performed really well. I mean, they all did their funny parts really well, but I just felt that I don't know, it was a little too much at times.
Oh yeah, no. Honestly, everybody's raving about Michael Pena, but honestly, not me. I,
Yeah,
to me, a lot of his jokes just fell flat.
yeah.
Um,
Because I remember when we first heard he was casted, we were like, "Holy crap, that's awesome!" But then like the first trailer comes out and he seems like he's playing like this like stereotypical like Hispanic person. I'm just like, oh come on, man.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, we need. They're always people are always talking about diversity in
Hmm.
superhero films,
Hmm.
and the thing that bugs me is, it seems like to society, diversity means black and white.
Yeah, definitely.
They're like, there's too many white actors. We need more diversity of races. Get more black people in. Okay, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, what about the Hispanics, Asians, Indians?
Mm-hmm.
The world's not just black and white. There's a lot of colors in between that.
Mm.
Um, and whenever we do get a different racial character in there, I feel like they need to be
It's super
represented right.
stereotyped. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very stereotypical,
Yeah.
and all the reality is all races have stereotypes, and
Yeah.
but they're only embraced for the Hispanics and the Asians and
Hmm. And I feel like diversity changes like nowadays. What they look for is like, oh, like if a character is a male, maybe we can change him to a female. They did that on the Flash,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and then or like they'll change minor things, like maybe a person was straight and they'll change him to like gay, so like he can satisfy a different like a different group of people. You get me?
yeah. But I mean
Yeah.
that's another topic. But yeah, Michael Pena's character was stereotypical in my opinion.
Yeah,
A lot of
definitely.
his jokes for me were just like, I don't
Kind
know,
of like
these.
played out. It was just like, oh, I've kind of heard
Yeah.
something like that
And
before.
honestly, I wasn't excited when he was casted. A lot of people were like, "Oh my god, he's such an amazing actor." I don't. He's funny, but I don't want to call him amazing. I
Mm.
am a kind of hard critic, but not to say he was bad. There were funny moments, but like there were some where I was just like, it's not that funny. Even Nathan had said, like my little brother was like, hey, Michael Pena kind of annoyed me.
Yeah.
uh,
It's like you saw him and he just had to say something extra. You're like, oh, come on, man.
yeah. The
Had to
other
do something.
friend, I mean, they all did good. Ti did good. They were funny, especially when he. I'll talk about it later what he did, but yeah.
Hmm.
They did good, but Paul Rudd did great. Even though this isn't my favorite Marvel film, I think he's now in my top like three of the heroes.
Mm,
Behind
yeah, yeah.
probably for me the top two are Star Lord and Captain America. I went Rocket, but Ant Man would probably be right after. I think I liked him.
What about Iron Man?
Honestly, I when the MCU first started, I really liked Iron Man. I really liked Robert Downey Jr. He's perfect for the role, but then even that, like I guess I got tired of it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I get you. I get you.
He does a great job, a phenomenal job as Tony Stark because he is Tony Stark.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Just I guess I saw it too much.
Yeah.
Eh,
They gave us a little more than we wanted, I guess.
maybe not that. Just we saw it. I think. Well, the other thing is, he's had the most appearances than anyone else.
Yeah, yeah, because he started it.
Yeah, he started this franchise and he's appeared in 5 films now.
I don't know.
No,
It's been a lot.
6. Yeah, he's appeared in more than one. I mean,
Yeah.
more than everyone else. But I like him. But no, my favorite characters are the Cap and Star Lord.
Mm.
Um, other than that, what should we talk about next?
What'd you think of Darren Cross and Yellow Jacket?
Oh, I love Corey Stoll.
Yep. Yep. That's what I've been saying. Oh man.
I love him
I
in
like.
House of Cards. If you haven't seen House of Cards, you guys should watch it. He does a phenomenal performance.
And it's
Um,
funny because I first saw him on The Strain, which I mean just came out like a few months ago, and I was like, this guy seems pretty cool. And then he told me about House of Cards, and I heard about Ant-Man. I was like, oh, that's awesome. He's getting like more recognition and stuff.
yeah, he's a real cool guy. He did a great job. The only thing I wish, um, I'll talk about it later. Actually, fuck, spoilers. But no, he did good. But I would say he did need more of a focus. I think.
Hmm. Like the
Um,
whole tension between him and Hank Pym, I felt like they kind of skipped over it at parts, but I
I
kind of
feel
wish
like
it
they
was a little
skipped
bit more.
over it completely.
Yeah.
Like it was just like he didn't even know who. Oh no, wait, sorry. Him and Hank Pym, I like the moments. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No, I like him and Hank Pym. I feel like him and the Scott moments, or like there were none. Like once he saw somebody with that man suit, they started fighting.
yeah. Like
Uh,
there wasn't really kind of like tension between the two.
yeah, I needed that confrontation between them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, what else is there? So I think that's all of like the main characters really.
Hmm.
Uh, s- let's see. Scott Lang is a different type of Avenger. What do you mean about that?
Oh, I just mean because like you have Steve Rogers, who when you first watch the first Captain America film, he's trying to go to the military. He's trying to be a good person. Like he sticks up for himself. And then you have Iron Man, Tony Stark. He's already like a millionaire, billionaire and stuff. Like they're all like, they're all there. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
they
yeah.
make yeah. And then but this guy, I mean Scott Lang, he's just a criminal, I guess. I mean,
Yeah, not even
and
that. He was a criminal to help people, and it was only in that moment. Like I don't think
yeah,
he had
yeah,
any other thieving moments. I'm not sure
yeah.
if they said that,
And
but
if he did, it was just because he was trying to like help his like daughter out, I guess financially, you could say,
huh.
like trying to get a job, but then getting, yeah, you know,
But before he was arrested, yeah, I think he was only. I think the only time he acted as a thief was for during that moment where because the movie says that he basically tried to take down just corporate for
hmm
something scandalous they did. So then he let out their secrets online or something. He leaked them, and then he stole into he went into the building for
hmm
whatever reason.
hmm
But other than that, he really is a
yeah,
normal guy. The only
yeah.
I guess you could say like what's the word? Something different about him than the norm is he said he has a master's in electrical engineering, but
Oh, right, that's right.
that wasn't even touched upon. Like he didn't even use that
He
really.
used
A
it
little
for this
bit.
small part, yeah. I can't even remember what it's for.
He used it for his burglary skills, but not much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was like one scene of it. That's all.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, he was a normal guy, and I think that's what a lot of people liked about him.
Hmm.
Even if they didn't, a lot of people love Paul fucking Rudd.
Yeah, full super funny, man.
Yeah, he did. Other than that, I liked how it was small in scope. Oh, um, what you think about the action?
The action,
Yeah,
I loved it. It was because, I mean, obviously it's Ant-Man, so you got to take it to a different scale, and I love that they did. You know, like even those little simple scenes of him when he's first meeting the ants, and like how he's kind of afraid.
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess I mean that's not really action, but like he like blows up, turns into like human size,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
the scenes where he's fighting with a Yellow Jacket, how it's like on a little train track.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it
Um,
was interesting. It was a new take. It was really cool.
it was cool seeing everything in that miniature form.
Hmm.
They did really sick things with it. Like, and other than that, like I like that they're really impressed. Like now, I'd be down to be Ant Man, be
Yeah,
small,
yeah, yeah.
run fast, flexible, and be really strong.
Hmm.
Um, like
Yeah, cause,
they made him cool. They made him really
yeah.
cool.
Because I
Which
feel like when the movie was like first being talked about, everyone was like, "Okay, who wants to be Ant-Man? That sounds dumb." So they had to find a way to sell it to the audience of like, "Oh, we can make him really cool,"
yeah,
and I think they nailed that perfectly.
yeah, and I like him flying with the ants and stuff like that.
Mm.
All of that
Anthony.
was yeah, Anthony. All of that was really cool. My one of my favorite moments was when he was in the suitcase, but we'll talk about that more after we wave the spoiler flag.
Hmm.
Um, is there anything else that you feel like we need to talk about before we could get into spoilers?
I think we've nailed pretty much everything else. I guess after now we can just talk into
Yeah.
the
Well,
spoilers part.
what would you rate it?
Out of 10, what would I
Yeah.
rate it? I don't know. I usually have pretty lenient scales just because entertainment wise always takes over.
Well,
I'd
well,
give it
yeah.
like
Wait.
a 7, seven,
Honestly,
8.
I give it an 8.
Yeah, around
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I know I've said we've said some complaints in this video, but it is really entertaining.
Hmm.
It's a really good origin story. Oh, here's something
Definitely,
that I wanted to talk
definitely
about.
that. Yes.
Um, I like that we actually see him learning.
Hmm.
Um, going through a montage of learning his powers,
Yeah.
whereas everyone else, like once they got their powers, it was like
They
boom,
kind of just up and
we're
run like yeah.
yeah, we're superheroes now. We have this really nice eye to hand coordination and everything. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like Cap, obviously he got turned to a super soldier, so he became really fast, really strong, and everything.
Yeah.
Uh, Tony Tony Stark did have some struggles,
Yeah, with the flying, that's the only
but
thing I can remember right now.
yeah, but it was really quick.
Yeah, it was like that scene in Acid, like he was a master at that
Yeah,
already.
yeah,
But this one, there
um,
was like many montages of him learning different
yeah,
things that
yeah,
he
yeah.
knew. Yeah,
Which is what I liked. You know,
yeah, it was cool.
it was a good origin story, and everybody was saying it's better than Iron Man 1. I think it's a better origin story than Iron Man 1.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
but yeah, I think that was the last little tidbit I wanted to throw in.
Hmm.
But now let's talk about spoilers.
All right, all right. So, anything else you wanted to start off with?
Falcon. I want to start off with Falcon.
That was a pretty good scene. I like that. I like how they tied it in.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
I was honestly though, I was very fucking disappointed in Marvel's like marketing team and editing team that the fact that they threw that he was in the movie in the trailer because I did not know until I think a
Oh, he
week
was in the
ago.
trailer.
Yeah, Falcon.
Oh, thank God I did not catch
Oh
that.
wow, yeah, you're one of the two people who didn't know.
I didn't know it. That's why when I saw him, I was like, "Holy crap, that's
No,
dope!"
dude, I saw it in a trailer, and I didn't even want to see the fucking
What?
trailer. Like it was just on TV. I saw
Uh,
Falcon flying, and I was just like, fuck.
why would they do that?
Exactly.
That's. I feel like Marvel's been kind of messing up with that lately.
Well, honestly, it's because like after the directors shoot and everything, they kind of like hand it off to like a marketing team.
Yeah, and then they kind of put it together and they
Yeah,
think
but
like, "Oh, this would be cool," but
I guess they thought this will bring in the hype, but no, man,
no, that kind of just killed
it killed a
a big
moment.
part. Yeah,
I would have loved to freak out and just see him.
yeah, because that happened plenty of times when we were watching. I mean, when we were getting ready to watch Avengers. I mean, Age of Ultron. They just started coming out with like
Yeah,
new
yeah, yeah.
TV spots every day. I'm like, oh my gosh, just stop.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you. Like you could put together half of that movie off the TV spots.
Seriously,
Um,
seriously.
yeah, I didn't know you didn't see it coming. I'm glad you got to experience it that way.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. But what do you
Uh,
what do you think about it?
the fight, I liked it a lot.
Hmm.
Um, I like, I can see why they did it. The biggest, like we said earlier, Ant Man. Like people were saying, Ant Man's not cool. Ant Man can't be strong, but
Yeah, to
no,
show that he can
they
go toe to toe
with an
with an
Avenger.
Avenger.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's Avenger worthy.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that was the only reason behind it. Payne Reed was like, if people aren't gonna take this guy serious, let's make this guy sick.
Yeah, yeah,
Show he could fight an Avenger, and
yeah.
he,
It was a pretty good fight too.
yeah, it was
I mean, you
enjoyable.
could see some upgrades to Falcon's like
Suit,
suit. I mean, he had the goggles in the first one, but he didn't use it how he used it in this film.
yeah, yeah, yeah. This time I was like, he was able to find,
Yeah, it was like it allowed him to like search through things or something.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty
Um,
cool.
oh yeah, I like that fight. What else can we talk about?
Ooh, what the heck?
I like that we got one of my favorite. What's that noise in the background?
Oh, I dropped something.
Uh, stop it.
Sorry.
Uh, well, something that I really liked was seeing Hank Pym in the suit during that clip where
Oh, right, right.
Darren was like showing
The little.
Ant Man in like the like Cold War or whatever it was in
Mhm,
1989
mhm.
um fighting and stuff. That was really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that we got to see Hank
Just
Pym
to
in
show that
action.
he was around doing stuff.
Yeah, and it's like maybe oh no, Captain America is the first Avenger, but I guess you could say this would be the second Avenger.
Yeah, yeah. It's farther down. It's
Yeah,
farther down.
because in the comics he is known as one of the original Avengers.
Mhm.
So it was cool that they threw that in there.
Yeah, a little paid homage to that. That was cool. And then we
Yeah,
also got to see the scene with his wife,
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. That was
Wasp.
really
That,
cool.
that was really cool.
I didn't expect to see Wasp. I know
Mhm.
we were gonna get hints at it and stuff.
But
Um,
I feel like we all thought that was towards Hope Van Dyne, not like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Oh dear. And let's see what else. What else was there?
it was cool seeing the new Wasp suit at the end.
Oh, definitely. That was really neat.
Yeah. Um, hey, can you check your phone really quick?
Uh huh.
Um, where do you think we'll see her next?
When do we? I feel we'll see her in Civil War. I feel like they're just trying to crank out everyone in that film just to make it like like much of a bigger film. You get me?
Yeah, well, I mean, they need to. The comic was filled with a bunch of them, and I could see why it's hard, especially on budgets and stuff like that, to get as many
Hmm.
people in. But they're gonna really want to make this movie great. This is a huge movie, and if you fuck it up, it can, I think, end up very badly for the Marvel slate.
Yeah, yeah. And I heard that it only opened up to not that much money on the opening day.
Ant Man did it. Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they should have really advertised it at Comic Con, in my opinion.
Yeah, at least be there to do something, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, they weren't there. I don't know. I guess
DC just took full advantage of it.
yeah. Well, I feel like even if Marvel was there, they didn't really have anything else to present. But
Yeah.
DC would have still done really great.
Mhm.
Um, let's see, what else is there in this
Uh,
spoilers? Oh, what I wanted to talk about earlier about Yellowjack. I didn't like how it's the end of him. Uh, it's getting kind of repetitive with Marvel. Like we get our origin movie, we get a villain, and then he dies by the end of the movie.
mhm.
Uh, seems like Loki is the only hero to ever survive.
Past like more than one film.
Yeah, yeah, just past one film.
Yeah, yeah.
I think everyone else has pretty much died in one in the span of one film.
Yeah, I'm trying to think right now. I guess Winter Soldier's another one, but
Oh yeah, but he ended up not being like the real.
yeah, the real big bad and stuff.
Yeah, but speaking of Winter Soldier, that after credit scene.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was pretty crazy.
Well,
It's
what?
already starting off the Civil War stuff.
Just for the viewers who maybe haven't seen it and somehow ended up this far in the video, what happened? Do you know what happened? A lot of people don't know
Uh,
what the fuck happened.
I'll let you explain it. I feel like you have a better grasp of it.
All right, basically, we see, um, we see the Captain America, Steve,
Hmm.
and Falcon, and there's Bucky, and they have Bucky like trapped.
Yeah, his
Uh,
arms like stuck to something.
yeah, and Falcon's like, "What are we gonna do?" And he says, "Do you want me to call Tony?" And Cap says, "No, we can't go to Tony. He's with the Accords." And that's where everybody was confused. Everybody's like, "What the fuck are the Accords?"
Uh,
By the Accords, he's referring to the government. I don't know at what point this scene is taking place.
hmm.
I'm assuming you would think they shoot these after credit scenes meant to be before the films, like the span in between. But
Okay.
this one could be in the middle of it if they wanted to, but I don't think that's what it is. I think it is before the movie, before Civil War, and basically I feel like the Superhero Registration Act is going into place. Like
It's taking place. Yeah.
they're trying to make it happen, and
Hmm.
Tony's siding with them, and Cap is siding against them. So there's some grudge in between
Yeah.
Tony and
To
and
why he
Steve.
won't go to him.
Yeah, yeah. Not only that, he can't if he goes to Tony to help, he's gonna bring him to the government to try to register him. If they try to
Hmm.
register him, they're going to they're gonna lock Bucky up. We can't forget
Yeah.
Bucky's a criminal.
Hmm.
He's I think he's like one of the most wanted in the FBI or something. He's killed a lot of people.
Yeah. In that Winter Soldier film, he just kind of just took out a lot of people.
Yeah, so Falcon says, I think I know a guy, referring to Ant Man
Hmm.
to help him because Scott's in hiding. He's in
Hmm.
private. Not a lot of people know about him, and so he wants to help him, and I guess get some tips. How can we stay in hiding?
Yeah.
What else do you want to?
How about the big Spidey Easter egg?
Big Spidey Easter egg. What was it?
It was when he was talking. It was when Michael Pena's character was talking at the end. He was kind of rambling on.
Uh huh.
He was talking to that Asian lady.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking you to explain it for
Oh
people.
yeah, it was
I know. I caught the reference.
oh yeah, I was just saying, I'm like, oh, does he really not remember?
yeah,
It was the part she's saying like, oh, we have a guy that swings, oh, like that climbs and swings, and I think she says something else and I can't
yeah.
remember.
Okay. What she says is, Falcon's looking for Ant Man, as we learn from the post credit thing. But before that, we see that Falcon's, he's looking for Ant-Man.
Mhm.
He's asking this Asian lady, and the Asian lady saying like, he says, "I'm looking for a guy." She's like, "What kind of guy are you looking for?" We have somebody who jumps, most likely referring Hulk because he jumps fucking high.
uh-huh.
We have someone who swings, which could be Spider-Man, but I'm thinking it's Thor. The reason I'm saying I
Swings.
think, yeah, like he swings his hammer.
Oh, because he swings it to fly up, uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. The reason I'm thinking she's referring to Thor is because the next line she says, "And we have somebody who even climbs walls,"
Uh-huh.
and that's obviously Spider-Man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, who
Um,
else
so we got,
really correlates with that?
yeah, we got some existence of Spider-Man now,
Yep, and that's huge.
especially because this is the first film before uh Civil War, which
Hmm.
is Tom Holland's first appearance as Spider-Man.
Yeah, so it's just to show that he's been around, he's doing his thing already.
Yeah, yeah, in New York.
Hmm.
Um, Other than that, let's see. Okay, something. One of the wow moments for me in the film was when Scott goes to the subatomic level and he says like,
Oh yeah.
"I love you, Cassie," and he goes into the subatomic level to go inside Darren's little pod thing on his back,
Hmm.
and it was a really trippy moment. I wish they would have focused on it more.
Hmm.
Actually, like maybe see Scott suffering inside there.
Hmm.
Um,
That would have been a really good moment. Yeah.
yeah, it was cool how he got out.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah.
Using the uh, that little, what is it,
The
like,
little chip that like he throws to enlarge and stuff.
to enlarge things. Yeah, so he enlarged
Yeah,
himself.
and you put that on his little the little belt thing. I forgot what that's called.
Yeah. Quick question: when he was in that scene, did you see anything like in particular?
Did I see anything in particular? Not that I can think of right now. I mean, it was just cool seeing like a that kind of like creepy environment that we haven't seen, But I can't really think of anything.
Uh um
I was hoping to take like maybe get a glimpse of the Wasp, how because she was lost
she
in that.
she was in there actually. That's why I'm asking you.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was trying to look around, but I guess I was too
yeah.
caught up. Yeah.
A lot of people didn't see her, but Peyton Reed said, or it might not be Wasp, but Reed has said there's definitely someone or something in there, and it happens really fast.
Hmm.
So I didn't catch it, but I was talking to my friends from Super Bros, our friends, and some of them said that they did see something like winged, like fly by,
Oh, really?
but it's really fast. So if you haven't seen Ant-Man yet, you
Um,
somehow ended up here, look out for that in the scene.
mhm.
Um,
Yeah, it must have been really quick. I did not catch that.
yeah. What do you think Ham's gonna go? Hank is gonna go after that?
Um, I think he might, because he sounded really intrigued when Scott told him that he went into that like zone, I guess you can say, and like got out alive. So he's like, oh, there's a chance that I can like find my wife. So I think he might, if they make like a sequel, like that might be his little secret plan that he's trying to do on his own.
I see. Yeah, I agree. I think Scott says I don't remember anything that happened in there. I think he was lying.
Yeah, I think so too.
Um, but I feel like no, you need to tell Hank what the fuck happened right now because Hank's gonna go in there not knowing what to do and he's gonna get stuck.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as just changing a little piece on your belt.
Hmm.
Which by the way is more than likely how Scott's gonna turn into Giant Man, Goliath, or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, because Iron Man could get big too.
Yeah, yeah, he's freaking ginormous.
Um, I think that's how that's gonna happen.
Hmm. You think they'll explore that sometime soon?
I think in Civil War.
That'd be really interesting.
Yeah,
That would be
I
really
think it's
cool.
gonna be like during the big battle scene, he's gonna use that to his advantage to fight
Hmm.
whoever. Mark Ruffalo hasn't been signed on for Civil War, but Robert Downey Jr. told him like, no, you're in Civil War.
Yeah, just tells him like, no, you're in it.
Yeah. So if they ended
Love
up
that.
playing Hulk, maybe he'll be the guy that goes against Hulk. I
And that
honestly
would
think Hulk would beat him, but
probably.
that's
It
probably
would
the
be a
best
cool
thing you
fight
have.
though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
probably the best
it would
that
be
you.
Civil War's version of the Hulkbuster fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. And I've also heard that the way Scott Lang's character is, you know how that scene where Hope she's talking to Hank and like about the mother's passing, and like you know how they're both like breaking down about that,
Yeah.
and then he kind of just ruins the tension, like
Yeah. Yeah.
ruins the
Yeah.
moment.
And
I
this is
I heard
great.
that like oh I didn't hear it. It was just like that he's gonna try to be the not the voice of reason, but the person that lets the air out of the balloon in Civil War. Like when tension gets high, he's gonna be the person to
To break it.
kind of yeah to break in like kind of calm things down a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that seems like the thing he would do. I mean, this is the most normal guy.
Hmm.
He's also the most newest out of all the Civil War. All of them are superheroes already.
Yeah,
He
he's just started.
yeah, he's just started, so he's still the closest thing to being a normal person out of all of them.
Hmm.
So he could definitely be the one who's like,
Yeah, kind of the voice of reason in a way.
yeah. I didn't think of that, but that works really well.
Hmm.
Let's see.
That'd be cool.
What else can we talk about? Oh, I don't know if you noticed this that Hank Pym he's taking these pills.
He's taking. Oh, wait, is he
Uh,
really?
just yeah, yeah. I don't know, like if you notice in the scenes where he's going through the scanner and he gives them their phone and stuff like that.
Oh, you're right.
They
I
showed
didn't
that
even.
twice, and both times he put
It
down
was
pills.
there, so it was a reason that
Yeah, and the reason is because actually in the comics, Hank Pym goes through a multi personality disorder.
really.
Yeah, and that's why
Wow.
he goes through Yellow Jacket, Goliath, Giant Man, and all that. And they actually did reference it too in the movie when he was saying like you need to wear that helmet or else it begins to mess with your mind. And
Oh, that's right.
he
Hmm.
even said, you know, this took a toll on me. I'm guessing what had happened is maybe he didn't have that helmet back then.
Hmm.
So
Kind of
like
started messing with him.
yeah, yeah. And it also that's what started messing with Darren Cross. You know, uh,
True,
they were
true.
telling him like this isn't you, this is the formula or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I like that they gave the personality disorder to like both of them
Hmm.
because
Because
it
they
was
both are going through it. Yeah.
yeah, and it's like okay, we can't give it a Hank and go through his Yellow Jackets scenario, so let's give it to our new Yellow Jacket.
Hmm.
Um, so that was actually really really interesting. I
And
appreciated that they did that.
yeah, it's a small thing that like you just mentioned. I barely like caught it or at all, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
And I don't know. I have this feeling in my gut that Darren Cross isn't gone. I feel like he just went somewhere.
yeah,
Like he
yeah.
might be in his own little
No,
vortex that he's in.
that's what somebody said. Like he probably just went subatomic.
Hmm.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I hope so because honestly, I feel like he needed more focus.
Yeah, I feel
Uh,
like he did because you know on Smart's level, I feel like he's almost at the level of Hank Pym. You know.
yeah. Well, I think
Eh,
he is.
Yeah, so I'm sure while he's in there, he's gonna like figure something out.
Maybe. The thing is, I don't know if he does. Oh yeah, he can enlarge. So maybe he will. I think someone who might come back is Janet.
Yeah, yeah.
There's actually a story arc where she goes evil.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe that will happen. Maybe she lost her mind in the subatomic realm or whatever, and
Hmm.
she'll come out
And then
and
she comes back, and like they're gonna have to like try and
yeah,
bring her back to her senses.
yeah.
That'd be interesting.
If they do an Ant-Man sequel, it'd probably be Paul Rudd and Evangeline Jolie versus her mom,
Hmm.
and I
That'd be
feel like
really cool.
that'd be even good
And then
emotional.
like on another level, like Darren Cross could come back too, because there's always like that other person that's behind it too.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it could be maybe just
yeah.
theories.
These are just random theories that we just thought up on the spot. Obviously,
Yeah.
there's no hinting or anything.
Hmm.
Um, anything else?
It was really cool seeing that right off the bat when the film starts. You see Peggy Carter. I thought that was really neat.
Yeah, I actually knew she was gonna be in it. And I was wondering like why would she be in it?
Yeah, like, why?
But it made sense. I really like seeing young Hank, because
all young.
he looks fucking young.
Yeah, he definitely looked really, really young. I was like, dang. I thought it was like CGI or
I,
something. I was like,
it might
yeah,
be. It might be like partial CGI to like remove the wrinkles and stuff like that.
yeah.
Um,
I was like, dude, he cleaned up quick. I was like, dang.
yeah, he looks really cool.
Yeah,
We got John Slattery back as
as
Howard Stark.
Howard Stark.
He hasn't done that since Iron Man 2.
Ye- Yes, sir. That was neat. I like that too.
Um, oh yeah, we could talk about fight scenes now. So like that fight scene inside the suit case.
Oh man, that was really cool. That was really cool. I like that.
I love that.
The dynamic with everything falling and moving
Yeah.
around,
Well,
and
the best part, the iPhone.
when it hits the Siri button.
Yeah, and he's like, "I'm gonna destroy you," and then the Siri's like, "Now playing." Oh no, I'm gonna disintegrate you, and she's like,
Yeah, disintegrate.
"Now playing disintegrate by blah blah blah," and this
Yeah.
freaking song
I
starts
was,
playing.
I was like, of course, how epic! Like
Yeah,
using an iPhone and like.
that was great.
It
Like
was,
it just fit in so well.
mhm,
The fight scenes were great. In my opinion, even
yeah.
even seeing a
the
fight on a little race, a little like a little playground for a little girl,
Yeah, a
all
little
those
kid
toys around him.
playing. It was like one of the best fight scenes ever.
Yeah, like that's something I feel like that's been used before. Fighting with big toys and everything.
Mhm.
But it
But
just
not on this level. Yeah,
it just looked really cool. Yeah,
yeah. I feel like when I think of something like that, I think of like Power Rangers, how they fight in like those big, or like those small sets. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. But they did it really well.
yeah. It was cool.
Yeah.
My question to you: how good do you think this film, or maybe even you think it might have been worse if Edgar Wright didn't drop out as director?
Well, I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on this, but I think it might have been Joss Whedon or someone. But they said that he wrote a script for Ant-Man, and he said like that was like the best
Yeah,
like
that
script he's
was
ever.
Joss Whedon. He
That was
said,
him.
yeah, he said Edgar Wright's Ant-Man script was the best Marvel's ever had.
Yeah, then I feel like it could have been
Uh,
like maybe Guardians level, you know?
I think so too. I love Edgar Wright.
Hmm.
He's one of my top directors. He's funny and he's got good action scenes. And if you don't think so, watch Shaun of the Dead, watch
Oh yeah,
that The World's End.
yeah. Those movies are like big comedies that have awesome, awesome fight scenes.
Yeah, especially The World's End.
Yeah, the
Um,
whole bathroom fight.
they did give him screenplay credits and they said it's based off his screenplay. I don't know how much.
Yeah, how much they kept of it, you know?
Yeah, something
But
Peyton Reed has said though, and I honestly I'm questioning if this is true. I don't believe it's true. He had said that Edgar Wright's screenplay, whereas Peyton Reed said that his movie is about a man getting the power of an ant. He said Edgar
okay.
Wright's screenplay was about an ant becoming a man.
Oh.
I don't think that's true. What the fuck? That means they
Uh-huh.
would. That means like what? Hank Pym, one of his pet ants, he turned him into a human.
It might be a play on words, you know?
I hope
Like how
so.
like us I feel like the way they say like an ant becoming a human, so like maybe the way that Scott Lang, he was kind of like a nobody, but throughout the story he kind of became someone, you know?
Well, then that's exactly what Peyton Reed did.
Yeah.
Um,
Might be just a play on words.
it might have been damage control because you're taking over for this movie. Everybody was expecting Edgar Wright. They're like, who the fuck's this guy? Like I've been saying, because I mean, I
Yeah.
looked at his filmography and he's directed things like what was it called again? Some cheerleader movie.
Bring It On,
There you go. I'm
and
like,
then Yes
fuck.
Man, and like other stuff like that.
Yes Man was good. I actually really like Yes Man.
Hmm.
But that wouldn't give me trust in him in a Marvel film. But he did
Yeah,
a good
it's
job.
like
He
how
did a
does
good
he
job.
go from a cheerleading to like a big Marvel film? I don't get it.
Yeah, but he did a good job.
Yeah, he
I
did a good job.
I get that they were aiming for a comedy.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, they definitely nailed that.
I actually that was my main concern too. Like fuck
That
this.
was just gonna be a comedy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it was good. Um, Paul Rudd actually has some screenplay credits too.
Oh yeah, yeah. True, true, true.
Uh,
It's crazy how fit he got. There was that scene where he was like
I
patching
know.
himself up. I was like, what?
Evangeline Lilly said too. Like those were real.
Oh, I'm sure that can't be. I don't know. That it didn't seem like it was fake, but I was like,
Yeah.
this guy.
And people, they had actually said that his original suit was much thinner, and when Paul Rudd like worked out, he got too big for it, so they had to
They had to fix
modify
it
it.
up.
Yeah,
Oh man, that's good. Good for him, you know, taking the
yeah.
role serious and.
Yeah,
really
and
practicing.
I love how Paul Rudd's been with this film. Like, we went to Disneyland, we saw this 12-minute sneak peek,
Hmm.
and then like a week later, he fucking goes to that same sneak peek with a bunch of kids, and surprises a bunch of
Yeah,
kids. He's
just so
been a
like promote it and stuff. That's
Yeah,
cool.
he's been a really done a really good job at promoting it. He's gone to a few charity events, like screenings of the movie with and watched it with little kids.
Hmm.
Like he's a lovable guy, and he made
Yeah,
himself a lot more lovable.
and it's kind of crazy to think that like a year or a year and a half ago, he was kind of like a really big doubt that a lot of people had.
Really, I didn't personally.
Oh, not me personally. I don't think you either. But like, I know a lot of people are like Paul Rudd. Like, I can't see him being a superhero. I'm like, I mean, if you take the comedy aspect, I can see like the look, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
And like, obviously, Marvel's been taking this comedic viewpoint on film, so I thought it was gonna be great, and
yeah.
it did. You know, he played it like perfectly.
That does worry me a little bit about the comedic thing. Like, I think they need to limit themselves.
Yeah, like
Uh,
sometimes it overstretches.
yeah, but honestly, a lot of people say there's some people are like, I don't like Marvel films. When people say that, I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Because people, because a lot of them have very different styles.
Hmm.
Compare Winter Soldier to Guardians of the Galaxy to Ant Man to Iron Man. In my
Yeah,
opinion, they all
complete.
have their
I
own.
think they're all different tones and stuff
Yeah,
here and there.
Captain America is more, you know, what's the word? Like serious, I guess,
Yeah, it
political.
has more of a serious tone. That's what I would say too.
Yeah, Iron Man was more like rock, rock and roll badassery.
Hmm.
Guardians is funny
Yeah,
sci-fi.
very unpredictable, and because we had no idea what it was gonna be like, and
Yeah, and the it's a sci-fi film, and then we
hmm
have this comedy one, and it's very different styles. I think it's really dumb when people say I don't like Marvel films. Like,
yeah,
they
it's
have
kind
their
of like
differences. They have their differences in styles and direction.
yeah, it's just people that can't comprehend. I guess they just think they're all the same. Like, oh, look, it's funny in this one. It's funny in this one. Like, okay, dude, you're not
Yeah.
really thinking about how it actually is.
Yeah, and that comedy it is appearing a lot, but Winter Soldier wasn't that funny. That I
Yeah, I
think of.
mean, it was a serious film with some like very. I can't even think of a joke from that
Yeah,
movie right now.
I can't think of one off the top of my
Yeah, I'm
head.
trying to think. Yeah, and it
Um,
had like I guess very little jokes in it, and then like Ant Man, it's like a comedy and has some serious parts. I guess you can say
yeah,
some.
the more we talk about the movie, like I'm starting to like it more again.
Yeah, it's kind of like oh, it is different. Like it's good on its other like
Yeah, yeah,
points. Yeah,
yeah.
I feel you.
I'm probably gonna buy it. To be
Hmm.
honest, and when I buy a
Yeah.
movie, it's because I really like it.
Hmm.
Um, Other than that, out of spoilers, is there anything else?
I'm trying to think what else was there. Um.
Basically, we have freedom to speak about whatever we want now.
Mm. Can you think of anything? I think I'm
Oh,
out.
I know. How
What
about the
happened?
fact that out of everyone in the whole fucking movie that dies, it's fucking Anthony.
Oh, seriously, Anthony and those freaking the helicopter people. That's it. I was. Oh my gosh, I was so
Everybody
mad.
that fucking he just gets shot, and it's like, of course, Corey fucking stole the fucking Hawkeye with a fucking
I
pistol.
know he's shooting like I'm like, dude,
I
how are
mean,
you shooting off the wings of a? That
he
was
was
that was
spraying, but the fact that he shot fucking Anthony,
ants. Yeah, and he happened to get that one ant
the
that
one
meant
ant
something.
I know, and the one ant that he was actually riding in a fuck,
Uh, yeah,
fuck.
and that's another thing that I was like, I guess I was critiquing a little too early when I first finished the film.
Uh huh.
I wanted them to kill off Hank Pym.
When he got shot.
Yeah, when he got shot, I'm like, wow, like Marvel, they have the balls to do it. Like he's gonna die because there's that part where he kind of like rests his head on the floor.
Yeah, nobody has died in Marvel.
Yeah, and, like the only person that has consistently died is Uncle Ben.
Yeah, and that needs to die.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, I thought they were actually gonna do it, but I mean, like you said, like I guess they have bigger plans for him down the line, hopefully
Yeah,
with his wife and stuff.
feel like, well, this is what I liked about this movie. Like, it was small in scope, and they told their story they needed to, but the story was actually pretty deep. There's a lot they haven't completely told.
Hmm.
Um, they could, so our friend Dorian from Superhero News One. was saying like it'd be cool to see Hank Pym appear in Agent Carter. To see
Oh
his
right, yeah, that's a really good note. I didn't even think about that. That's
and
yeah.
they could tell a Hank Pym story. How the real Ant Man originated.
Hmm.
Um,
Or like his serum or something.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of story they could still. Sorry, couldn't tell. There's a story they could still tell with him, and there's a whole. It was deep with Wasp and stuff like that. There's a
Hmm.
story they could tell with her too. Her coming back as evil.
Mm.
Um, I felt like it was a deep story. There was a lot of like little secrets and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
That's very true.
Other than that, yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to really say. I did really like the movie. I give it an 8 out of 10. I'm
Hmm.
not giving it the 10 out of 10 that most people are.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be a little realistic, you know.
Yeah,
And then I'm
but
not
I
giving it
enjoyed it.
like anything lower than 8 because I mean it's different and it's like I mean, it's different. It's good.
Yeah, and if anything this movie lacked, it was film score. I think. Um,
Uh, it did throw me off like right when those Marvel credits in the beginning come off and it's like
yeah,
some kind of Hispanic song. I was like, that's different. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
It's like oh, they're doing
Um,
a little different look on it.
I'm talking about original score though. I think there was like one part that was very like musical. It was like when he shrinks to the subatomic level. Before that,
Hmm.
when he's jumping into the pod or whatever.
Oh
Uh,
right, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was kind of like oh,
yeah.
getting intense.
For me, that moment was like close to the Guardians of the Galaxy when Peter grabs the Infinity Stone.
Oh,
That's
take
where
my
I was like,
hand.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that shit hit me way more.
Yeah, I remember that. You were like, oh no. I was like,
that
that
yeah, that was a tearjerker.
was yeah, seriously.
But
And it switches. It's like, oh god, don't
yeah,
show the
I was like, they're
mom.
gonna do it. Nah, they did
Yeah, they did
it.
it.
They showed his mom. Fuck.
Yeah. Also, like another fun, like little thing to point out, the mom
Uh-huh.
of Maggie Lang, played by Judy Greer. She was also in Jurassic World as the mom. I don't know if you remember, like
Oh
right in
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
beginning.
yeah.
And she was also in Tomorrowland too. So I'm like, hey, she's getting these little small roles, but that's
I heard
cool.
she was in Entourage too.
I heard, yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat, pretty
I need
neat.
to go watch
That's
it.
good for her.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, those are my closing thoughts on the
Hmm.
movie. I don't know if you have anything else you two wish to add.
Yeah, I pretty much got it off. Yeah, those. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, we're gonna put a wrap on that,
All right. Well, yeah, we'll
and
see you guys next time. We're looking to do a Suicide Squad videos soon too.
that'll probably be up the same day this is, to be
Hmm.
quite honest.
Yeah.
Other than that, leave a like, some comments.
Yeah. Check us
What
out on our
what
Twitter
you
page
think?
too.
Yeah, I'll be pushing some nice edits there. I actually got an idea too of what I want to do next.
What's up?
We'll talk about it later. Anyways,
Hmm.
bye YouTube.
All right. Bye, guys.